Hello Udemy, I'm Shazad Ahmed from Shiksi.com and welcome to lecture number 5. Today's we are going to cover the basic concepts that how can you create your controllers, how can you create your models, how can you create your views first of all. Then what I'm going to teach you, how can you call a particular controller, how can you send your data from your controller to your model, and how can you receive the data from the model, and how can you send that data to the view. So don't worry, I'm going to explain each and everything. So first of all, go to, close all of these. Make sure this is the home controller, and we have created this controller in our previous lectures, and I am removing these things. So how can you create your controller? First, suppose I'm saying new controller. Make sure the first letter is capital. New controller. Hit the button, enter your button. So you can see you have your new controller. Make sure you have to keep this controller inside your controllers folder. Okay, so now I'm saying class. First of all, first letter is capital. I'm saying controller, and now I'm saying extends to CI controller. Why I'm saying extends to CI controller? Because you can I'm extending the core file. You can go to your system, your libraries, then you can see you have a lot of libraries here, and you can see core files. You have your model here, you have your controller here. I'm extending these controllers here, so that's why. So this is the PHP 5 functionality in simple words. I'm not teaching you how can you create your view classes, how can you extend your class. Okay, so whenever you call this class, you have your index method. Okay, in every controller you have a method which is index, because whenever you want to access that class or that controller, your controller automatically execute your index method. In this time I'm saying this is index method. First of all, index method. Okay, now go to your root, refresh the page. You can see it's saying working home controller. How can you call the controller which you have just created? This is the new controller. Make sure first of all index.php, this is required. Then your class name, make sure your controller name. Whenever I say class or whenever I say controller, that means I'm talking about controllers. Okay, you can see it's saying index method. So now we are executing this method. So you have successfully created the class or the controller. You can create many controllers. Just right click and then new file, and just do it. Now in the controller, how can you load a view? First of all, I'm saying this load, I'm saying view. Okay, so I'm saying, oh, please load a view named home. Make sure, that means I'm saying go to the home view folder and find this home.php file and load that file. So go to your application folder, you have your views folder. So you can see you don't have a home.php file. If you run this controller, it's saying home.php unable to load the request home.php because this view is not available. So go to your view, create a new file, name home. Make sure now I'm saying file, that means a simple PHP file. In this file I'm saying that I have HTML Then I'm saying I have header tag. In the header tag, I'm saying I have a title. I'm saying CI fast track. Okay, so now I'm saying I have a body. I have a body close. In the body, I'm saying oh, hello world. Okay, now go to your URL, refresh the page. Now it's saying hello URL view page. So you can see we have just created the HTML code inside here. You can see now we are accessing the new controller. Okay, so in this way you can use or you can load your views here. Okay, how can you pass the data to your view? First of all, you have to create an associative array. You have to, for suppose I'm saying name, I'm saying Shahzad Ahmed, or I'm saying Alex, or I'm saying Valley, or I'm saying John, and I'm saying the age, I'm saying 30. Make sure this is the integer value, or you can create anything here. For suppose I'm saying city. Now I'm saying New York. Okay, or I'm saying Karachi. Now how can, so you have just created the associative array. How can you pass this associative array to this view which you have just created? Make sure comma separate, and now in the second parameter pass this associative array. So go to your page, refresh the page, you can see nothing has happened. Now go to your view which we have just created, call this keys. For suppose I'm saying name is, I'm saying echo. Now I'm saying name, and I'm 3 times copying pasting, and I'm saying name and age, and now I'm saying city. Okay, so just call this name here, call this key here, and call this key here. Refresh the page, you can see now name is Alex, age is 30, city is Karachi. So in this way you can pass any data by using your associative array, and you have to pass that associative array in the second parameter of your view. So this way you can load your views, and you can pass the data by loading your view. And now how can you create your models? Right click, PHP, first letter is capital. Make sure, because we are going to create a class. Whenever I say first capital is letter, that means I'm going to create the class. I'm saying mod home. Make sure mod home. You can write any name. First of all, XYZ, Alex, Billy, whatever you want to write your model name. Refresh, enter, hit the enter button. You can see you have just created the mod home controller inside your model. You have to keep your models inside your models folder. Okay, so now I'm saying class. First of all, I'm saying mod home, and I'm saying extends. In this time I'm saying CI, not controller, but I'm saying model. Okay, now so you don't need to create the index method here. I'm saying public function, and I'm saying my method, or suppose my method. Okay, and in this time I'm saying my method here. Okay, so go to your URL, refresh the page, make sure we are at the new controller. So here is your new controller. Now you are loading your view. First of all, comment this view, now we are going to call this method. But before calling this method, I told you that you have to load the class as well. So I'm saying this load in this time model. Which model? Now I'm saying mod home. Make sure you can not use this, but you can also use this. Okay, so go to your page, refresh the page. You can see it's working fine because we have commented our data here. So since we have just loaded the model, now I'm saying, oh, use this model. Which model? I'm saying mod home, and now I'm saying, oh, access this method. Okay, so you can see we are not receiving any parameter here, so we don't need to pass any parameter also here. Now go to your page, refresh the page. You can see it's saying my method here. Okay, for suppose if you are receiving something here, for suppose this is the associative array data, copy these fields, and I'm saying return data. So you can see by calling this method we are returning the associative array. So since we are returning the associative array, you have to keep that associative array inside a variable. For suppose I'm saying my data, and now you have to load this view here, and now you can pass your associative array in the second parameter. So go to your page, refresh the page. In this time you can see it's saying hello world because you are loading the home view and you are passing the data which is coming from the model. So in this way you can create your models, controllers. You can load your controllers you can load your model, you can load your view, and by loading any model you can access any method. So you can create everything like this. So in this time we are just fetching the data, the static data, but in the next lecture we are going to fetch our data from the database. So don't worry, I'm going to explain each and everything. So if you have any question or confusion, feel free to ask me first of all, or leave a comment below the video, or in simple words you can directly send me any message to my Udemy account, or you can send any email to my email account. So my email account is info@shakzy, shakz.com. Okay, so thank you for watching.